Let me just try that. Yep, great. Kia ora. Thank you for the two previous speakers. Entrepreneurship is so important. Entrepreneurs are so important. I'd like to kick off this talk by asking all of you this question. Who knows the population of Nigeria? Guesses? 206 million. Do you know the median age in India? Guess. It's about 28. So it's about 28 it's a 1 billion population. What do you think Christchurch's GDP is? Guesses? It's 20 billion. Canva's valuation is 40 billion. So what I want to talk about is what game do you want to play, which is such a big part of being an entrepreneur, and especially in the space of startups. As was earlier introduced, Phase 1 is a early stage founder community. Our mission is to make New Zealand a happier place. We focus on startups. Now, startups are a very specific type of business where you are looking to grow at accelerated rates, right? So traditional startup, what you're aspiring to do is grow at 5% week on week. That's a very powerful learning experience you're going through. Many of you will probably know this picture and this person. He's been in the news recently. His name's Adam Newman, ex-founder of WeWork, a recognized fraudster, if you will. But he did build a $4 billion business. And recently, even though he's a fraudster, he was invested into with $300 million by Andreessen Horowitz, one of the major VC firms in the world. Now, why would that happen? It's because, give me one second. Oh, I've been clicking. Okay, there's one slide in between. It's because he has clarity and conviction, right? And at the end of the day, if you want to aspire to work through in startup land, be an entrepreneur in startup land, what you really want to get to is have clarity and conviction. Now, what do I mean by clarity and conviction? What do you want to do as a person, as a human being? What are your goals? What are your personal goals? Where do you want to be in 10 to 20 years? What are your constraints? If you've got a family, kids, if you've got a mortgage to pay, what do you want to have achieved? What is the change you want to have made in the world? What is your personal why? When I speak to early stage founders, this is one of my opening set of questions, and I'll take you through why. Now, just calling out a few other people, very similar to all of you, but 20 years ago, my partner actually dated that Atlassian co-founder in high school, so she made some interesting decisions. Mike Cannon-Brooks and Scott Farquhar is reimagining or really shifting the energy sector in Australia. Melanie Perkins, who I worked with very closely, last year, her and Cliff Obrecht, her partner in crime and co-founder, gave away $16 billion to charity all around the world. And that's the founders of Canva. And I'm not kidding you. Those people are exactly you, right? The more value you crystallize for society, the more permission, authority, and space you are trusted to make in society. The more value your business is able to create, the more products, widgets you sell, the more valuable your company becomes, the more permission society goes, yep, okay, you're doing something right. Here's more power. Here's more authority. Venture or startup land is becoming more and more of a known practice. How to build a great startup is becoming more and more understood, and I'll quickly cover that off as well. Now, I talked about knowing your why. In my opinion, if you want to build a business and be the master of your own time, right? Have time for your family, etc., which is a wonderful goal for so many of us. You are looking to build a business of somewhere between $10 and $100 million. You're looking to put in 3 to 5 years of hard work. You'll understand how business works, and you're looking for an exit or a New Zealand Stock Exchange listing. You'll work with local best practice, and you'll get funded from friends and family. If you want to make regional level change, dollars, best-in-class mission. You know, you want to be the best in that specific area. You're looking at 100 mil to 1 bill, 5-10 years, a lot of hard work. You'll understand how the economy works through that process, and you'll list in New Zealand Stock Exchange, Australian Stock Exchange. National level best practice. Now, if you want to make global level change, as the 2 previous quotes, you want to solve a problem so passionately. You want to transform an industry, you're looking at a 2 bill plus valuation eventually, and you don't get there because you want to get to that number. You get there because you want to solve a problem. Then it's 7 to 15 years of work, and it's your life's work. You understand how society works. You'll probably end up listing in the US. You need global best practice and globally minded investors, right? And I think this is really important to understand this right at the beginning, like your why. What do you want to do? What is the change you want to make? Then you aspire to make all those decisions. Very quickly, if you want to build a startup, in my opinion, these are the 6 areas you need to become really well versed. I was telling someone earlier, the main reason why startups fail is because you don't build a great product that people love. And to build a product people love, ideas are not worth anything. You need to obsessively understand a niche customer problem so that you have some chance of building a great product, which will then sell very easily all around the world. Ideas aren't worth much. You need to obsessively understand a customer and their problem. So you need to do 6 to 9 months of research, build a minimum viable product. You need to learn how to fundraise, get on a plane. There's a whole bunch of people all around the world desperate to invest into entrepreneurs. So get on a plane and get investors. We also have globally minded investors in New Zealand as well. Build that lovable product that people are going to snap off your fingers. Then you learn how to grow, and then you learn how to build a company. So the question you want to ask yourself is, what game do you want to play? Are you playing a global game, or do you want to be New Zealand famous? And I bolded that because I think in New Zealand, sometimes we aspire too small. We should think bigger. We have access to so many things. We can make things that we can sell all around the world. Are you playing a venture-backed business or a bootstrapped game? What do you want to exit with? And really, what's your why? This is Toby, one of the team members, one of the community. Toby's 22. Last year, I taught him how to schedule send Gmail. He has been working on Easy Rent, which is midterm rentals. This year, he hit $1 million of rental payments in Sydney. That's like 10 months later. This is a young man with a dream forging ahead. And I sent him this picture, and he was talking about, oh my God, that was nothing. But that wasn't actually nothing. It's where he started. But he has such global ambitions, and he's really powering through that. A quote I would like to leave you with: tell me what company you keep, and I'll tell you what you are. And finally, again, what game do you want to play? Every game is cool. Every game is cool. Just be aware and own the opportunities you have, and you really want to be conscious. Thank you.